welcome to Mantra Flower Tarot. This is your weekly read for the 10th through the 6th of October. Virgo, if you do not resonate with these messages within the first 2 cards, check out all your signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, to get an overview of all the energy surrounding you this week. I am excited to do your reading. I've been having some crazy readings, and so I really hope nothing crazy goes or happens with this. Woo! Okay. Virgo, I do not have social media or anything like that, so if you want to get a personal reading, you have to use the link in the description box. On top of that, I want to thank anyone and everyone who has been donating and supporting to the channel. That link is also inside of the description box. Virgo, I always want to make sure that I share that my card meanings will probably be different than other tarot readers, just because I read intuitively, and so I go off of the energy that I receive from the card, as well as the placement of that card and the card that is used to clarify it. That gives me a full message. So let's get into your channeled energies while I am setting this up for you here. So I do channel like the collective, the most prominent collective energy. So obviously not going to apply to all of you. The energy I'm getting from my Virgos. Confidence. Oh, I feel like a Leo. Confidence. Strength. Stability. I feel very grounded, but not just grounded like secure and safe. I feel more like I'm grounded, but I can reach the sky if I want to. I can set the trees on fire if I wanted to. That is the grounded energy that I'm feeling, is like I'm grounded, but I'm not grounded, you know? Like I can move and do anything I want. Wow, this is a very beautiful, very confident energy here. I'm really enjoying it. Feels good. It's a very, very confident energy. I'm also getting success. So some of you might be focusing more on your work at this time, or you're having like getting like new pentacles coming in for you possibly. So new income or extra money from somewhere. Virgos, you guys are really working on your manifestations, and it's paying off. Like you're manifesting very quickly. I feel that you guys cannot see it yet. Some of you might see your manifestations happening already, but I'm more so feeling that you're manifesting like a boss and you don't see it yet, but it's like, damn, the universe is moving things very quickly without you even seeing it. Because I also, in your energy, I'm feeling like universal energy, like source energy, and it's moving quickly. It's like going. Please show me Virgo 10 through. Thank you. That's all we needed. All right, Virgo, that is your oracle card that we will read together at the end of the reading, and it's going to be either your advice or overall insight in one card instead of a whole reading here. Let's go ahead and get into it. I enjoy this energy. It's like very fiery. It feels very fiery. Some of you guys might have fire in your chart. I know me personally, I actually have 0 fire in my chart. I have every sign but fire, but I'm feeling fiery. Like very courageous, confident, sure. In your current energy, we have 7 of Pentacles, and it's clarified by justice. So you guys are patiently waiting. I feel like a lot of you are starting to trust more into source, into the process in your manifestations, but you are patiently waiting for things to begin to balance out for you. The beautiful thing is the scales are Libra energy, and guess what? The moon is in Libra. And so this whole month is all about balancing. It's all about weighing the scales and getting them where they need to be. And again, this is also a sign that you are tapped into source, because you're picking up on this energy, which is creating you to be very patient and allowing the scales to balance. You know that they're going to balance because you're picking up on source energy for this month, okay? So some of you are highly, highly intuitive right now, and it's creating a lot of insight for you that you might not even realize you're having, but you are. So yes, current energy, you're patiently waiting, you're allowing things to play out how they need to play out in order for your best good to come in here. Obstacles and challenges, we have the Empress, and it is clarified by the Temperance. So your obstacle is literally like waiting for things to balance out so you can be in your full Empress energy. But honestly, I feel that some of you are already in your Empress energy, but you might still be feeling a little bit unbalanced, and that's where you're kind of trying to patiently wait this out and patiently allow things to really align here for you and fall into place. But I'm definitely sensing that your obstacle challenge isn't like a true obstacle or challenge because you're already doing what you need to do. You're patiently allowing those scales to balance out here so then you can come into your full Empress energy. I feel that some of you, it's more so karma coming back around, okay? You have good karma, you have bad karma. I feel like a lot of you have put out a lot of good karma and you're just kind of waiting for that good karma to come back. And once it does, you're going to be like, bam, Empress, here I am. Again, it doesn't matter about genders. It's about energy, okay? What you need to focus on, we have 10 of Swords clarified by the Sun. Put an ending to anything, everything, anyone, anything at all that does not make you feel the Sun energy, okay? The Sun energy is all about happiness, new beginnings, pleasure, joy, enjoyment. So I feel that a lot of you are already in this energy. For most of you, though, it goes back into this energy where you're patiently waiting for people to weed themselves out. In the past, you might have jumped on it. In the past, you might have really tried to keep them around and make it work, whether it's friendships, family, relationships. But now you're in an energy where you're like, I'm just going to do me. I'm just going to do what I'm happy with. And you will weed yourself out if you're not aligned to my happiness here. But it is saying for those of you that are not doing that, this is something you need to focus on, is putting an end to anything that does not bring you happiness, even for those that are patiently waiting for people to weed themselves out. Virgo, I feel you are very confident in yourself right now. Feel free to put a stern, quick ending because that is what the 10 of Swords is. It is a stern, quick ending, okay? You never see it coming. That's why it's in his back, because he never saw it coming, okay? So go ahead and put a very quick ending to anything that does not contribute to your energy, because when you are patient sometimes like that, it can actually pull some of your energy away from you just by having those people around you and in your energy and even having to deal with them at all. So what I'm getting here, what you need to focus on is put an end to anything that does not align with where you're at and where you're going, okay? In the recent past, we have the Justice card clarified by 4 of Swords. There was something of an ending possibly. It's almost like there was a situation that was very imbalanced, which is typical for Virgos. You know, it's a very giving, servient sign, and they can get taken advantage of a lot. And that's why I'm loving you being in this confident energy, because you're not being taken advantage of right now. But in the recent past, it seems maybe there was not balance. There was not an equal give and take here. And it caused you to be brokenhearted or wounded, at least, if not brokenhearted, wounded, okay? So in the past, it's like you're trying to heal from your heartbreak right now. And in the past, you were trying to as well. But I feel that you had to do that because something was uneven, which caused some pain for you. In the Strength position, look at that. Didn't I say some of you are highly intuitive right now? If not all of you. In our Strength position, we have High Priestess clarified by 4 of Cups. You know what you want. You are like, your intuition is on 5-10 right now, okay? You clearly see what you want and what you don't want, what direction you want to go in, what direction you don't, okay? You're very intuitive as far as, I'm not taking that cup because it's the same reason I didn't take these 3 cups. You're not taking anything that is not a full-on cup of everything you've ever wanted. That is your Strength position right now. I feel like that's going to go all the way to the end of the month for you, Virgo. Virgo, I'm sorry about that. My daughter woke up and then on the way to her room, my cat was outside. I had to go chase her. She's still a kitten, so she's like, she has no idea about outside. In our near future position, we have the Five of Cups being clarified by the King of Pentacles. So right now you might be feeling a little bit emotionally unfulfilled. You're kind of feeling like, oh man, I had some missed opportunities, possibly because you're in this energy of like, I'm not taking no one's SHIT. And so you're like chopping people down left and right. So you might start to feel like, oh, I think maybe I cut people out too fast. You're going to have this moment of like questioning if you're in a harsh energy where you're actually hurting yourself rather than helping yourself. But then you get quickly out of that energy and realize like, no, I'm the King of Pentacles, you know, like I'm very stable in my energy. I'm very with my energy. Like I'm just going to focus on my success, on building. So that way, when the right person comes by, I will know. Because even though it is the Five of Cups and you have that energy, guess what? There's the two matching cups behind you. So it's almost like as long as you don't get stuck on this energy here, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot. Almost forgot. I am the King of Pentacles. I'm in this beautiful energy. I do have two cups waiting for me. And look, he's facing those cups. And so it's like, I just have to be patient and I have to wait for them to come to me. So Virgo, in the near future, I would say probably by the end of this week, I'm getting like Thursday, Friday, you are going to start to question yourself almost like, is my energy a little too harsh right now? But then you're going to quickly be like, nah, I'll know exactly what I'm looking for and what I'm waiting for when I see it. And I haven't seen it yet. So I'm good. It's like, and then you keep moving, you keep going right past it. In your advice position, we have the Moon clarified by the 10 of Wands. What sign had this? There was a sign that had this in their next position, and it was exactly the Moon clarified with 10 of Wands. But it's pretty much saying like, your advice is not to, was it Aries? It was either Aries or Sagittarius. I think it might have been Aries. I don't know. Some of you might be dealing with Aries. Go check out the video. You'll know. Okay. So what it's saying is that your advice here is don't get too far ahead of yourself and start to put burdens that aren't even happening here. Because what I pointed out to the last one is if you look at this card, the Moon card, you have this path and it goes all the way through right into the mountains here, okay? And that path is illuminated because the moon is out. So although the moon is like this illusionary energy, it's also an energy of clear lighting and clear path, okay? And then you have the 10 of Wands in this deck. She's on a mountain and she has that same path, literally. So it's like, don't get too far ahead of yourself, Virgo. Why are you all the way up here? You need to be more present and come right back here, okay? Don't get too ahead of yourself here and start to create burdens that don't even exist. So your advice moving forward, stay present. Stay in this present energy, in this present moment. Do not start to create burdens and, you know, issues and things like that that aren't even here yet, don't even exist. Things change on the fly when it comes to the universe, okay? So things come and go. Some things stay. Some things never come back. So don't get too in your head, okay? That's your advice moving forward for this week. What you're not seeing is the Hierophant clarified by the 3 of Swords. So there is definitely some heartbreak that maybe you have not dealt with, Virgo. There's some kind of heartbreak that you're going to definitely, it's going to be highlighted for you. It might be this heartbreak that happened in the past here. And I questioned it a little bit because when I was reading the past energy, I was surprised that it went straight into healing, okay? It never actually hit the 3 of Swords. It went straight into healing. And so what that tells me is that you didn't actually go through the grieving mourning stage of your heart being broken. You just went straight into healing it. But you can't heal it if you don't see what's there. So that might be why you're not getting maybe the balance yet. Because in your current energy, remember that you're patiently waiting for the balance. Your challenge position has to do with balance. You might not be receiving that internal balance that you're seeking because you haven't fully confronted and dealt with this heartbreak here. You kind of like went right past it and were like, I'm just going to heal this. It's like you went through the situation and you're like, I know my heart is broken. I know I have really painful emotions around this situation, but I'm just going to focus on my money. I'm going to focus on manifesting the right person for me. I'm going to focus on everything beyond this position or this situation, this person, whatever it is for you. And you're immediately like, you committed to not having this heartbreak, okay? You were very committed to not feeling that heartbreak. But Virgo, that creates suppressed emotions, which later come out, and it prevents us from truly manifesting what we're looking for. So for instance, if you're looking for love, if you're looking for your divine counterpartner, that cannot truly come in until you have cleared your energy of all that heartbreak. Because if you met them, you would be approaching them from a place of your heart being broken. You might have trust issues. You might question their motives. You might even knock them down and not even recognize that that's your divine counterpartner. So what you're not seeing is that you need to balance that energy. You need to confront that heartbreak and you need to deal with it. In your next position, your hopes and fears. We have the Two of Pentacles being clarified by the Ace of Wands. What I get from this is that you're almost... It's like a hope and a fear. It's kind of weird. You're hoping for a new beginning, but you're also fearful of a new beginning. So again, it might come back to this Three of Swords, the heartbreak that you have not fully dealt with. And maybe you haven't fully dealt with it because you're still attached to the person that did it to you. And so you know, if you deal with it, you know, as a Virgo, you know, if you deal with this heartbreak and you confront it and you heal from it, you will never go back to that person. So you might be putting this heartbreak in your pocket in case that person comes back. So you're giving them an opportunity, because what I'm getting in this position is like you're hopeful for a brand new beginning, but at the same time, you're kind of fearful of a brand new beginning. So it lets me know you're holding on to something in the past that you're not quite ready to move past. And that's the importance of healing this heartbreak here, because once you heal it, you will be done with that past energy. In your potential outcome for the end of the week, we have the Hanged Man with the Knight of Swords, okay? You are going to be having communication about something with someone. I get this communication is going to come in fairly quickly. It's not going to be expectant. Please do not, Virgo, do not get into this energy where you are climbing all the way up the hill and creating burdens and thoughts and ideas and anxieties before you've even gotten to the hill, okay? That's what the situation is going to feel like for me right now, is that as soon as I said that, some of you immediately started racking your brain. Who's it going to be? Who's going to come in with communication? Oh, it could be this person. Oh, they're going to say this. Oh, they're going to say that. And then I'm going to react that way. Well, am I actually going to react that way? Well, how do I actually feel about it? Virgo, calm down. Settle your mind. Okay? That is the energy of creating burdens before you even reach the destination. That is this energy, and your advice is not to do that. Okay? I immediately felt you guys doing that as soon as I said that. This can be a past person, a present person, or a new person. All right? It can be any of those. So you truly should not be in your head about it, because you have no idea what kind of communication is coming in and where it's coming from. All I can see, it's going to be very quick communication. You're not expecting it. You're not expecting communication. And if it's from a new person, Virgo, you cannot rack your mind and figure out what new person is going to be communicating with you, because this is someone you've never met before. Okay? I feel like you guys are like, just like mental anguish. Bam! As soon as I said that. This could be someone you've never met. You've never seen them. They're not even in your view of people to think about. So don't think about this. Do not overthink this. But by the end of this week, there is some swift communication coming in that is going to give you a new perspective on a situation that you are dealing with. Whether you are dealing with love, career, personal boundaries, moving on, healing, whatever situation you're dealing with, there is some quick communication that is going to come in, and you're going to have a whole new perspective, and it's almost like the light bulb is going to go off, and you're like, oh, that's it. That's what I got to do. Okay. It's like the light bulb immediately goes off as soon as you have this communication. It could be communication from just having a random conversation with a stranger on the street and they mention something or they tell you their story or their situation and you're like, oh my God, I can relate to that. Or, oh, that's the advice I've been needing. Okay, Virgo? So don't stress and think about this too much. Look at that. Your overall energy is power. I'll go ahead and read from the book for that one. That's beautiful. I'm not even surprised that it's power. Obviously, in the traditional strength, that is the, in the traditional strength, in the traditional tarot deck, that is the strength card. Okay. As a spiritual being, you have unlimited power at your command. This card represents inner strength, willpower, courage, compassion, generosity, and love. At any moment, these beautiful qualities can assist you in coping with an adverse condition in front of you, or the many surrounding your life. Set aside the necessary time to resolve such issues. Power represents more than physical, external strength. It can also be channeled emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. When you have balance over body, mind, and soul, and with the power of spirit, anything can be overcome to achieve a positive result. Power and strength can be developed to work in harmony in any given situation. Every obstacle, every error helps build your knowledge and understanding of the world around you. When you make a mistake, it's a chance for you to stop, listen, and ask yourself, what am I supposed to be learning here? And how can I make this situation better? Mistakes are great wake-up calls, and that they provide you with opportunities to discover your weaknesses, what needs to be changed, and what areas of life need improving. Equally, they can be blessings in disguise. Just remember, you are power. I think that is a fine way to end this beautiful reading, Virgo. It's overall very positive. Try not to get in your head too much, but this situation, whatever situation you're dealing with, where maybe it hurt you and you just have not dealt with it, by the end of this week, you will have the answers that you need to deal with the situation, to move on past it, and to get over it. I don't get any reconciliation cards here. I don't get anyone from the past coming back. I get that you need to move on from this situation completely. Not reconcile, but completely move on from it. And Virgo, I always want to mention that even when you move on from a situation, that doesn't mean that you will never reconcile. It just means in this moment of time, in this energy that's happening, you need to release and possibly go your separate ways, heal, and then you can come back together in a much more positive way. All right, Virgo, that's all I have for you. Make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe if this resonated for you. And thanks for watching. See you guys next week. Bye.